Good evening, everybody. Well, this is a topic that I've been kind of going through my head all day long. I want to talk about roles in paganism and rites of passage because they are connected in the spiritual aspect in paganism. We all can't be witches. There are so many people that focus on spellcasting when they go and say they're pagan. Well, I'm a pagan, I'm a witch. Doesn't matter what type of witch they are saying they are a witch. And there's so much more. So many more roles to fill. You see, we have to think about everything in the big picture. So many people think small, think big, think huge. Think of the community. Community is very important. Okay. By ourselves, we cannot prosper. We as an individual are weak, but together we are stronger. We're more unified. So we have to think in terms of community. Now you look at any town, any city, any village, country, if you want to go grand scale, not everybody can do the same thing. Everybody has a different role to play in the community. Everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. Everybody can fill a specific slot to make the community work in harmony, to grow, to be strong. So you see, in Wicca, they have the 4 stages. You have your neophyte, your first degree, second degree, and third degree. And what this is a level on knowing how much you've studied, how much you comprehend. And we need to put that into all of the roles that you can play in paganism. Now, we're lucky in paganism. We do actually have people that are artists. So their role in the pagan community is to promote pagan art. Okay. So what could the levels be? Well, you can have your neophyte that does crude artwork. They are trying to paint, but they're not getting all the shadings and contours right. They got a lot of work to do to become better. You got your first degree artist. This is somebody who can paint scenery, backgrounds, and all of that. You know, they can paint mountains with decent detail and all that. It looks very nice. What you can buy at, for nature oil paintings, something like that. A second degree artist could paint people that are posing for them. They can paint anything as long as it's right there for them to see. And, and things that are, of course, easier than that. But the third degree, the master painter, is somebody that can paint anything, anywhere. They don't need the person painting, posing right in front of them. They can go by memory. They can go take a look at a picture of me and paint a very nice, realistic portrait of myself. And that would be what a master painter is. So what about a crafter? How about a carpenter, for example? Well, a neophyte carpenter can do basic repairs. Something sagging, let's get a couple nails in that board right there to resecure it. They can do that. A first degree carpenter is somebody that can do general repairs and build simple works. Need a doghouse for the dog. Okay, they can do that. A second degree could do the repairs and build a home. Not a fancy home, but a decent home and all that. They have the skills. They understand, what is needed to build a home. Then your third degree can do the repair and build a home, but they can also design that home. They know what is required to make that home practical and livable. So, you can take any skill, any type of profession, and apply levels to it. The one I was thinking of right before turning on the video camera here was historian, a pagan historian. That would be an amazing feat. So, what would be the levels? Well, a neophyte would be somebody that knows the very, very general story of paganism, such as like the Christian spread of, well, the spread of Christianity and how that affected paganism, something like that. But then like a first degree would have spent the year studying paganism, maybe a specific region of paganism. We'll use the Celts here. And so he spent the year studying about Celtic paganism and wrote a thesis, a large paper about pagan beliefs, pagan culture, and how they worked together. Then the second year, he had to become a second degree in history, in pagan history. They would take another region. Let's go Germans, the Germanics. This could be, for mainland Germany, Norway, and the surrounding areas. And they could do the same thing. They spend a year researching, and they write a thesis about Germanic religious beliefs and culture. Third degree, they would, study, let's go with the Mediterranean area. And they would write a thesis. Learning that, you would have a great understanding of paganism, and thus you could have a third degree historical pagan, a historian pagan. Yeah. And so I'm thinking this is something that people have got to realize. We can't just be witches or only witches. There is more to who we are. I love history, and so I could be a pagan historian, and I could be a pagan historian witch. I can have multiple skills, but I should develop a ranking system so that I can, evaluate myself and how I am doing on these skills. Now, a lot of paganism talks about a year and a day, and there is some confusion on that. I see a lot of YouTube videos by young ladies giving courses, and they're saying that they're going to help you become a pagan. They're going to help you become a witch, and they would grab like the witch school book, and they will condense it down and all that, and try to give you YouTube videos, and they're going to try to turn it into 12 video sets and all that. Well, it's a great idea, but it's flawed, because you see, a year and a day is about spending a day, every day, sometime, and practicing, learning, and studying about paganism, or whatever the topic may be. Like for me, since I mentioned historians, and maybe I need to grab one of my Celtic books right over there and do a lot of reading and grab a notebook and take a lot of notes, and do that every day. You should not earn a year and a day level. Sorry. Have the shadow in the background, and one of my cats just walked in front of my light that I have on the floor. I have that on. Anyway, you can't just go, well, I practice this every Tuesday, for a year. No, that's not every day. It can't be something that you do on the part-time. If it is important to you, you will spend the time and you will learn it. Okay? If it's important. Now, I talked about rites of passage, and the simple fact is, as we get older, we change. It is very well established, with paganism. They talk about being the virgin, the mother, and the crone. Well, for the guys, it's the same thing. You know, it could be the stag, the father, and the hermit. Okay? And we need to honor these events, these achievements, to show how important they are. We need things to look forward to, things to motivate us, and things that show who we are, what we are. You know, I look at all these people that are going that, you know, they're going to be crones, they're going to be elders and all that. And you just got to go, and what standards do you have to declare yourself to be a crone, a wise woman, a wise man, a hermit, whatever title you wish to choose? And you know what some of them are doing? They're saying, well, I'm 50 years old, I'm a crone. Age is not the primary thing. I mean, you should have some standards on what you have done to be consider yourself a crone, because you could be a neophyte, it'd be 48 years old. Well, before you reach third level, you're technically a crone, and that's wrong. There should be a long list of achievements, requirements to gain the status of a crone / hermit, to be a master carpenter, to be a master artist. You know, so rites of passage and our roles in the pagan community are something that are not given the attention that they need. What is your role in the pagan community? And I hate to say this, but a lot of you are going to go, don't have one. Okay, we don't have the community mentality. As mentioned in so many of my other videos, we have this problem where we are not uniting under a same banner. We focus on ourselves being different, unique, and we need to stop that. There are a lot of wonderful pagan communities out there. I wish that we can grow a few more and we can unify a little bit better. So that's a lot for everybody to think about, and this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to end it there. So think about this again. You know, what is your role, and what rites of passage do you have in your path? Okay? So everybody take care, be at peace.